owe everything they've got to a benevolent leader, or ruler, or government. The next guy, the next business owner, David Napier, owns a catering business. He noted that Obama doesn't seem to understand that 100% of the government's revenue comes from business activity. That the government wouldn't have a dime if it weren't for people creating wealth and the government taxing it. This seemed to be a theme among all four of the business owners. Now wait, stick with me, folks, because this has a great payoff. The next business owner, Jerry Pierce, said he was insulted by Obama's ignorant comments. Obama has no idea what it takes to start a business. When Pierce began his first office was a door that he laid across 2 filing cabinets and a single phone line. He got no help from the government, nor was there ever a community organizer helping him. He took out a second mortgage on his house. He gave up vacations in the Cape, if you happen to be going there, sacrificed to build his business. He said, we need a new president, and that would be Romney, who understands. And then the last small business person was Renee Amour. She's African-American. Renee Amour owns a healthcare and business consulting firm in Pennsylvania, and she, according to Hinderaker, was white hot. Her voice was quivering with anger. Where did Obama get his comments, she wanted to know. She's blessed, but she's blessed because she's sacrificed. Obama's statement's reprehensible. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't understand business or the economy. Romney understands business because he's lived it, she said. She also said, people think because I'm an African-American woman, I'm supposed to vote for Obama. Well, I've been an African-American woman for a long time, and I'm not voting for Obama. 23 million Americans are out of work. Incomes are falling. I'm working hard. Obama's not. He doesn't even know what hard work is, she said. Her husband suffers from ALS. She is the family's sole support. She said, I need Mitt Romney. Hope and change, that's where I'm hoping for change, is what she said. Now, Hinderaker said he was listening to all this on the conference call. He said, boy, it's hard to imagine a more hard-hitting presentation. He said, I would love to see every one of these business owners featured in a commercial. Ms. Amour, in particular, would be a sensation. So when Sununu and the business owners had spoken, they opened the floor to the journalists for questions. Look at me. Listen to this. First question came from Joe Varden, the Columbus Dispatch. Can you clarify your comment about Obama learning to be an American? What did you mean? Sununu said, I meant that Obama needs to learn the American formula for creating business, not for government to create business, but to create an environment in which entrepreneurs can thrive. Varden's next question. What do you think of Rob Portman as a vice presidential choice? Next up, Andrew Stiles of the Washington Free Beacon, who asked about Jeffrey Katzenberg, a major Obama bundler being under investigation for allegedly bribing Chi-Com officials. Then it was back to the formerly known mainstream media. Garrett Hake, NBC News, wanted to know how the issue of Romney's tax returns plays into the argument about what someone understands about business. The last question came from Sarah Boxer of PBS. Expanding on the tax return question, a new Obama ad is running in Pennsylvania that says Romney's returns may show he didn't pay any taxes at all. Do you have any comment on that? Sununu said, to think that somebody who's been in the public eye all of his life, governor of Massachusetts, and didn't pay any taxes is ridiculous. The IRS would have been beating down his door. So what happened here? Here you had the Romney campaign. This is what all of you in this audience say you would love to see. It happened yesterday. You're not hearing about it from the people who covered it. And you won't. They had a dynamic presentation on the people who make this country work, made by the people who make this country work, for the people who make this country work. 4 small business owners describing what it took and what it takes and how difficult it is with Obama as president. And all they wanted to know, all the journalists wanted to know, was how any of this plays into Romney's tax returns. So the Romney campaign puts on a great show that you didn't see and you won't see. The only thing that the Democrat Party reporters wanted to know is how they can spin it back to Obama's talking points. That's all they cared about. They're not the slightest bit curious. They're not the slightest bit interested. They've got marching orders or their narrative or their template or whatever the hell. And the template is whatever Obama happens to be alleging about Romney. Either he's a felon or he should release his tax returns. So no matter what Romney says or does in a press availability, the question's always going to be taken back and tried to be linked or tied to the Obama agenda and Obama's talking points. It's journalistic malpractice. It is blatant incompetence. These are people that have, I would call it a constitutional privilege in addition to a constitutional responsibility. But regardless, it's simply journalistic malpractice. It's not bias. That's foregone conclusion. This is a bunch of hacks advancing an agenda of a particular candidate, in this case, the incumbent president of the United States. Now, Hinderaker closes by saying it'll be interesting to see whether any word of what actually happened in today's call will see the light of day in the media formerly known as mainstream. If you didn't see it here, would you see it anywhere? He says, I doubt it. And there's no doubt that he's right. Have you seen anything about this? Snerdley, you read everything and you haven't. Have you seen anything on Romney's speech in Irwin, Pennsylvania? A little bit. Well, I want to before we go to the break. Let's play soundbite 9 again, and then follow it up with the last. This is Romney on fire in Irwin, Pennsylvania. It's a suburb of Pittsburgh, and he's really ticked off, I think, now. This Obama said, you started a business? You didn't do that. You didn't make that happen. You didn't build that. You didn't. You had help. You had a road and a bridge. You didn't do that. And I think Romney's really ticked. I think there's now a fire burning under the posterior. So here are the 2 bites. So just bang them back to back, Mike.
I'm convinced he wants Americans to be ashamed of success. I want Americans to welcome and to celebrate success and to encourage people to reach as high as they can, and in some cases to build enterprises. I don't want government to take credit for what the individuals of America accomplish, whether they work in government or work in the private sector. It's the people of America that make America the unique nation, the exceptional nation that it is. I want to encourage economic freedom. Our economy is driven by free people pursuing their ideas and their dreams. It is not driven by government. And what the president's doing is crushing economic freedom. In the past, people of both parties understood that encouraging achievement, encouraging success, encouraging people to lift themselves as high as they can, encouraging entrepreneurs, celebrating success instead of attacking it and denigrating makes America strong. That's the right course for this country. His course is extraordinarily foreign.
Oh, do you hear that? His course is extraordinarily foreign. One more. Not from the speech, but you can hear he's on fire. All right. He was on WPXI Eyeball TV News in Pittsburgh last night, a reporter doing an interview. There's a call for you to release your tax returns, even from members of your own party. Why not just do it?
I think people in my party just say, look, this is a non-issue, just release the returns and it'll all go away. My experience is that the Democratic Party these days has approached taxes in a very different way than in the past. Their opposition people look for anything they can find to distort, to twist, and to try and make negative. And I want to make this a campaign about the economy and creating jobs. And they want to make this a campaign about attacking people and diverting attention from our job picture in this country.
Yeah, so now see, all the media's running. Well, the conservatives are saying that you should release your own tax return. Why, National Review and George Will, even conservatives. As our buddy Chris Solis says, yeah, but your problem's not solvable, Mitt. You can't solve it. That's the smartest thing he's heard. There's no way to fix this so-called problem, which doesn't exist. People don't care about this. They care about their jobs. They don't care about his tax return.